Thank you for visiting the Coin Series channel again. XRP retreated little today, and we are now trading just around 52.5 cents. The same storyline surfaced very immediately. Once again, individuals are griping about the price and claiming that Ripple's is taking advantage of the XRP community. Perhaps they should survey the market as a whole before spewing such drivel, but alas, it happens again and time again. Right now, have a look at Bitcoin. Also, have a look at the current XRP chart. We are keeping up with Bitcoin, and they appear to be the same. And from this point on, many people are anticipating Bitcoin's meteoric rise. As a result, XRP and the entire market will be affected if that occurs. People, though, just can't seem to quit. As you may be aware, this coin experiences flooding on a daily basis. Up to the point where the price increases by 1 penny. Next thing you know, we're taking off like a rocket, and $10,000 XRP is back in the news. So, there's this group that's holding out for XRP to really take off. There are a lot of individuals who will fall behind because they pay attention to the negative news. Cybersecurity is a top priority for SEC. General Gensler addresses the Congress. I have no idea how seriously he is taking this at the moment. Keep in mind that his Twitter account was merely compromised not long ago. And we all remember the false news on the Bitcoin ETF approval that went viral at the beginning, leading to a dramatic increase in Bitcoin's value, which we later discovered to have been fabricated. Big banks and anti-crypto politicians are the only things that Gary seems to take seriously. He listens to them impulsively, and they seem to dominate him since they also control his pocket. At this point, it's completely absurd. In a move that will enhance our product offerings and contribute to our expanding portfolio of regulatory licenses globally, Ripple has inked a contract to acquire Standard Custody. We are thrilled to share this news with you today. They get New York, so it's a major deal. Thus, the purpose of Ripple and Standard Custody is to facilitate enterprise adoption of blockchain technology for a variety of financial applications by developing solutions suitable for institutional use in tokenization, keep, transfer, and trade value. Just yesterday, I was bringing this up. If tax authorities are to be believed, tokenization will accelerate this year, and by next year, the XRP ledger might contain as much as 50 trillion tokens. And it appears like the stars are aligning just so. I won't speculate here on how much value will end up in the ledger, we just don't know. It was fascinating to observe the sheer magnitude of tokenization. According to Brad Garland House, this with Standard Custody will allow them to upgrade current goods for clients and investigate new products and use cases in a completely compliant manner. With all the necessary infrastructure in place, Ripple has managed to get 40 US money transmitter licenses and enormous amounts of pay licenses from many sources, including the Central Bank of Ireland. As previously said, it appears that XRP New York is prepared to receive XRP. Worldwide, 90% of Ripple's partners are based outside of the USA. Following the judge's ruling that XRP is not a security, Ripple is already sweeping the US market. I believe the true magnitude of that news is going to be revealed. As soon as XRP gained clarity, the price spiked, but it quickly fell back down again. Are we now going to find out where this next phase leads? My point is that we need to figure out where to go from here. There are 4 pillars upon which a tokenized economy might stand: liquidity, off-ramps, custody, and compliance. It appears that the XRP ledger is now prepared for tokenization to commence. When it came to medical, I believe Ripple nailed it with their latest acquisition. In my opinion, this is an icing on the cake. Who knows, maybe other purchases will materialize in the coming few of months as well. It seems like Brad was always advocating for that. Recall that this system is based on the acquisition of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that the Wall Street managers in charge of it trade its derivative goods using XLM and XRP. Crypto assets are being attracted to Franklin Templeton's money market fund. Franklin Templeton has already tokenized his Stellar assets, but they aren't seeking an XLM ETF. Increasing the Stellar network's worth, which in turn will increase the price of XLMS, seems to be their goal. We can observe the identical event unfolding on the XRP ledger at this very moment. The XRP ledger will now process transactions including Bitcoin and Ethereum, and Ripple is becoming the platform for conventional custody trading. I mentioned that earlier, when the news about ETFs was first breaking. This figure is going to change, as I mentioned before. At last, the impending disaster is becoming clear. On the other hand, if you ask Bitcoin maxis, they'll inform you that all the values are moving to Bitcoin and not to XRP or XLM. We can get along without an XRP ETF, as I've always stated. XLM and XDC do not require an exchange-traded fund. These cryptocurrency projects will be propelled by their practicality and usefulness. High pricing will be the result of this. A new global currency has emerged, XRP. A global currency that will serve as a bridge currency between different countries is something I despise hearing. This is the next big thing. It will connect CBDCs and serve as a trust layer. Listen to what Chris Larson has to say about that, though. When you were working for a living, what was the function of email as a means of communication? Is that the level of success you anticipate for this actually occurring? Everywhere you turn, there's an information web connecting every part of the planet. Also, that is fantastic. Things become incredibly efficient because of that. What we lack, however, is a value-based understanding of web payments. Value exchange is still pre-internet and dependent on technology that is 40 years old. Therefore, that is quite costly. Because of this, online shopping is hindered since many regions lack the financial infrastructure to process payments. So, now value may be transmitted in the same way that information is currently exchanged, thanks to this new technology that is basically a second generation of Bitcoin. And we think that's a major issue, but that happened a long time ago. And considering how much progress we have made since then, we now have money transmitter transfer licenses in a number of nations in addition to the United States. Furthermore, CBDCs are just now beginning to gain traction. Meanwhile, it seems like all the pieces we've ever studied about RippleNet and XRP are finally fitting together. Plus, tokenization had not even been considered at the time. Beyond the obvious value added by cross-border payments, you need to start thinking about how artificial intelligence, AI, will be a major player this year. On top of that, there are carbon credits and all these projects based on the XRP ledger, but everyone is trying to make you believe that we'll be below $1 forever. This is completely illogical. If XRP never reaches $1, despite all these announcements, growth, positioning, and alignment, it is not worth it. This is completely illogical. The new director of business development CBDC and digital assets at Ripple had a 6-year stint at Org3 before joining the company. Who would have thought that this was an accident? Oh, my. Everything here is a part of Ripple's intricate network, in case you're confused about what they're creating. And it's the secret development that has been going on behind the scenes, unnoticed. Although the price is the center of attention, and people constantly complain about it, in the background, a vast network is taking shape. As soon as everything is in place and operational, etc. But either you'll be holding XRP at that time or its value will skyrocket, leaving you with no choice. For the simple reason that once this price starts to move, it will change so quickly that nobody will be able to predict it. That is something I do my best to convey to others. And the first thing they always say is that the price would have moved by now if they had 10 years. You also have to remember that rules are the thing holding us back. I believe XRP's potential will be greatly enhanced once the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit concludes. Currently, no U.S. bank is interested in dealing with XRP. As nations seek out alternatives to the U.S. SWIFT system for worldwide money transfers, they are searching for methods that are more user-friendly, cheaper, faster, and provide more services. Ripple and Stellar are just two of the companies that provide the tools needed to make this a reality. As far as I can tell, everyone desires the same thing. Their priorities are the same as before, they want it fast, inexpensive, and secure. Also, the necessary technology is at our disposal. In terms of financial transactions, SWIFT is merely a data point. And just look at what's happening with BRICS, more and more countries are ditching SWIFT daily. Plus, we have a competitor to Swift, but everyone is hoping for Swift's continued presence for the next 2 decades, which is obviously unrealistic. Either Ripple will supplant Swift or Swift will begin using RippleNet technology and XRP. Alternately, Ripple will simply dominate the market and Swift will disappear. At this very moment, we are preparing to enter that. And it's not limited to XRP and Ripple. It's XLM and Magnificent. Then there's digital trading, which also need XDC. These ISO cryptocurrencies are currently sitting pretty, undervalued. Everyone on the planet is always telling you which way they're looking. And if you go beyond that, you can already see Terra also developing and increasing. Institutional financial services, like as exchange-traded funds, ETFs, institutional DeFi, and the AMM tokenization of real-world assets are all expensive, and all currencies require institutional-grade custody. Looking forward to seeing what Ripple develops next for the XRP ledger, when standard custody and Medico acquisition go live at the same time. As I predicted, the price of XRP will start to climb along with tokenization. As I mentioned before, I'm not sure. You're aware that our taxes predict an XRP of $900 by next year. However, I believe that by that time, XRP will have changed significantly, and you should also keep in mind that ISO is going live. Additionally, it will increase the value of these digital currencies. They're compliant for a reason, they're going to be used. People can try to minimize it all they want, but once the value begins flowing in, you'll see how quickly they jump on board with XRPX, LMX, etc. However, it is important to remain patient and have an optimistic outlook until everything comes together. Let's amass wealth together by side. Alright, I'm going to end this video now. Kindly continue to like and subscribe. Coming up shortly, farewell.